There are many different types of disabilities, but until recently, not all of them have been protected by federal policy in Canada. In 1975, the United Nations passed the Declaration of Human Rights for Disabled Persons. This was the very first document that ensured the rights of disabled people all around the world. In 1977, Prime Minister Pierre Trudeau passed the Human Rights Act. Under this act, discrimination against people with disabilities became prohibited. The United Nations then declared 1981 as the International Year of Disabled People. During this time, Canada put forth the Obstacles Report, which was the first ever report on disabilities in Canada. In 1982, the Canadian Charter of Rights and Freedoms was signed. Section 15 of the Charter prohibited discrimination on the grounds of intellectual or physical disabilities. This was extremely significant because it marked the first time that such a right was guaranteed in the actual constitution of a country. In 1987, the Mulroney government strengthened the accessibility requirements for transportation under the Canada Transportation Act. In 2006, the AODA Act was passed. This was the first jurisdiction in Canada to implement mandatory accessibility standards for everyone. In 2007, Canada signed the UN Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities. This meant that all member countries had obligations to abolish discrimination against disabled people. Then finally, in 2010, Canada ratified with the United Nations Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disabilities. This was huge for the community of disabled people in Canada. The International Day of Persons with Disabilities is celebrated each year with a focus on a different issue relating to persons with disabilities. This brings huge awareness to the community and often strikes down some of the common stereotypes that are associated with people with disabilities. It is extremely important to treat everyone equally no matter their ability. Only then will persons with disabilities feel fully included in our society.